You are speaking to member 009, Steins fanatic, Tazai, Pandaluli. Silence! If you want to watch my video, continue to stare blankly. Aha! Just as I suspected. Doo-doo-doo! Hi guys! So, I want to discuss Steins. I know I haven't been doing my videos for Steins. I was like super busy with school and stuff. So, instead of watching it, I just watched it, took notes. So now I'm going to discuss it with you guys. So, the last episode I did was episode 4, and they ended the episode with Shining Finger knocking on a door, and Okabe answers, and he just looks so shocked at her, like, what the fuck is she doing here? Like, I would have been so mad too, because, like, I thought I got rid of this bitch. What are you doing here? But yeah, so that's how they ended episode 4. Now, episode 5. I just think it's funny how no matter what, they're gonna run into the people like Moeka. Even though it's a different world, they still find each other, you know? Not like find each other, but they still converse with the same people. So it's like no matter which world you go to, it's like you're still gonna end up knowing the same people, which is very interesting now that I think about it. So they hired her to find. They hired her to find Kagori. I'm really bad with names, you guys, so just let me let me figure it out. But so they hired her for that, and I just thought it was funny how Okabe was just like staring at her like like she probably felt harassed somehow because she doesn't know why the fuck he's staring at her. And the thing with that was that she really wasn't any help. The only thing she actually warned them about was that there is a group trying to find her and a foreigner. So, Okabe's, I think, you know, it's certain, obviously. And honestly, why did Okabe tell Shining Finger when they found her? He could have just been like, you know what, I don't want to look for her no more. This bitch probably has to do with Stern still. Like, why wouldn't he assume that? God, Okabe, I need to help you out sometimes. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Ruka saved the day by bringing the missing child. By bringing Kaguri, but she has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything. I thought it was insane when Suzuha saw her, like she looks so mad. Like, who wouldn't be? Like, you tried to shoot me, like. But I still want to know what happened with that. Like, she said, I hear something told her to do it inside of her, like a voice. Oh my god. Is there really brainwashing on this thing? Fuck, I forgot. Maybe she was brainwashed. Because there was that part where Suzuha thought Okabe was brainwashed. So many questions. I love how Mayuri was all telling her, we have the same name. I'm Shina Mayuri. Oh my god. Like, I almost cried. I was just like, oh my god, it's like they know, but they don't. But it's insane that she looks like you could tell she has little differences, or maybe she how old is she again? I think they did say her she's 10 when she got lost. She's been gone, so she's 22, and she's been lost for 12 years, so she's 22. She looks younger than Makise, but she's older by 4 years. I don't know why I thought she was 20 for a second. So it's weird because you could see like the little differences that anime can let you see, but it still looks exactly like her, and just like Okabe's still saying it, and it's just weird, like did they make a copy of her or something? That fairy tale Upa was so cute though. It has this little like doop, 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 doop. I wonder if they're gonna start selling those, because I will totally buy it. I checked though, and the Upa on the couch, that shit's expensive. I'm just like I have the pin, and I even thought for a pin, I don't remember how much it was, but my brother bought it for me for Christmas, and it's like, hold on, let me show it to you. I put it on my purse one time, and oh my god, it fell off my purse. But I got lucky because it fell in my car, and I found it, and I almost cried out of happiness because it's like so important to me. But look, it's really nice. It's pretty heavy, I think is why. Oh, you can't even see the words on it. But it's pretty heavy, and I think that's why it was a good price for it. I have a couple of things in here. Like I have Full Metal's watch. Okay, I need to stop. But you know what's so cool about this watch? Like, I remember when I got it and I opened it and the words are inside. Like, I totally geeked out about it. I was just like... But anyways, back to Steins Gate. I always like travel off. There was this part on My Hero where Ida, because it's the same voice, it's also J. Michael Tatum, and Ida starts like yelling and showing like all his emotion. He gets all emotional to Midoriya, and I'm just like, oh my god, Mayuri! Like I just jumped back to the show like so bad. But yeah, I obsessed like that. Okay, so back to the show. So I love the part. I absolutely love the part. Like, it's like they all knew. Right when Amadeus turned off, he like knew. When Mayuri was like, oh no, and then he like went back, I just wound it. Like, what the fuck? I was just like, oh my god, what's about to happen? Like, I was just laying in my bed, and I got up, I was like, no, he doesn't have a time machine. If they die, like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, but it's dumb for me to freak out like that, because we already know what's gonna happen. But I still do. So Amadeus hasn't been back on. And they're assuming that CERN took her. Well, it's kind of obvious. Okay. So they wanted Kaguri and Amadeus. But how did they do that? Like, how did they do it spontaneously at the same time? Like, oh my god. They're a big company. The organization, I swear. I'm in episode 7. Mr. Brown, big Mr. Brown, flexing his muscles. And All Might plays him. So All Might for the win. He beat all of them up with Suzuha. Suzuha mostly just helped. But I love the fact that Okabe actually like confronted him about the whole thing. Like, I would have been scared that he would have tried, like, he was explaining himself too. Like, he was like, there's no need to kill me, like, I'm not gonna I would have been scared to tell them too, especially like remembering how much we fought and stuff. Like he just doesn't like him. Like, if I were to guess who it was, because he's figuring out that it wasn't Moeka, although I feel like she leaked it. If anything, she leaked it to her superiors or whatever, because she has to still be working with them somehow. Like, when she was on the phone with Okabe, she just seemed like interesting. You don't say. Like, she seemed really, like, interested. I don't know. Maybe it's because she's a reporter or whatever the fuck she is, that she just seemed interested. But I feel like she leaked it. And whoever she leaked it to sent people. Because I'm thinking it's the professor lady. I forgot her name. But she was the one she's the one that Okabe was like, oh yeah, we're dating, with the short little scientist girl. I'm really bad at names. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I have, like, she keeps like giving them that evil eye, that evil side eye, like I got you, kind of. You're gonna die, kind of got you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, or maybe she just has something to do with it. Because honestly, they didn't show her before. Like, I know she's not like a main or whatever, but she shows up and then Amadeus is gone. Like a couple hours later or something. I thought it was so sweet when Ruku was asking Suzuha, like, what's going on. Like, he feels like he's left out and he wants to be able to know what's going, like, because he could see the sadness but he doesn't understand and no one wants to tell him. And Suzuha's explanation is just awesome. Like, instead of just like telling her, you know, like telling him sorry telling him that, you know, it's his choice if he wants to tell you or not, you know, which is like the obvious thing to say. Like, no one has to tell anyone anything, like, honestly. But her explanation was so, like, beautiful to me, how she was just like, he wants you to not be part of that world. Like, he just wants to shield you from the badness and just keep you in a little box. So that you don't get hurt. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's so nice. And it's like, he's so good-hearted, you know. And for Suzuha to see it, I feel like she has that same heart. She has that same heart, which is beautiful. Okay. So now, yesterday's episode 7, was insane. It was so awesome that I had to go back and rewatch it, and then go to the first season, watch episode 22 to compare and see the beauty in the show. Because I was just, oh my god, I was bawling. Like, that has been, like, I know I cried anime, like, a good amount, but that was the most I ever cried. I was just like, oh my god. So in this other world line, Mayuri's dead and he demolishes the phone wave, so there's no way to bring her back. And that was just insane how when he said that, oh my god, right when he was at the maid cafe and he was like, what if there's a world where Mayuri could live? And it was like, that whole scene was in slow motion. It was in slow motion in my head or something, because I swear Ruka's eyes just changed. Like she looks scared. Like, I mean, I keep doing that. He looks scared. And I was just like, oh my god, like, I don't know. It was a nice scene though. They did that really well. But when Makise figures out what's going on, I wonder what that whole GPS thing was about. Like, did he ask her to keep the GPS on? Obviously he did, but why? That's a good one. So there's that question. And I don't think that question's gonna be answered, honestly. I don't see why it would be, because he's not gonna go back to that world, you know? This was just a dream. It's just a dream. So we're not gonna find out what that is, why she has that GPS on him. Okay, another thing. When she takes him to the cemetery, oh my god. It's like I'm watching it in my head as I'm talking about it, because I'm like remembering. When they did get there and his eyes were just looking around like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do right now? Like, he was like in panic mode, and then he just, I got this. Like, I love that part. That was really good. And he just breaks down again. And I'm just like so excited because I mean, I'm excited just because J. Michael Tatum's gonna do this part, and I'm like waiting for these episodes. I just love when he gets emotional for some reason. Like, he's really good at it. Like, he really just pulls at my heartstrings so bad. Like how he explains Mayuri when she was all sad because of her grandma, and how he would just stay there, and it was like she was just standing there, and it was like she was waiting for someone to take her, you know? And I think it's really funny that he acted the same way. He behaved the same way as Mayuri did for her death. And Makise noticed the same thing he noticed in Mayuri, and it's just like it's like you can really see how much they care about each other, you know? And that's what makes it beautiful, honestly. Did anyone notice her stance when she was standing in the lab? She was standing the same way that she's standing in the ending song. She's just standing in the desert on the song. It's like the same stance, and I think I don't know. It's like little shit like that I noticed. And then that kiss. Oh my god. That's the second kiss they kissed. No, wait. Erase that, because they kissed a couple times on the first time. Maybe even times they didn't even show us how many times they kissed, but it's like the second time. And it's funny because she initiates it both times. So the text said, "Don't come in." And this is the part, like, when they were showing her, like, running back, she was, and I'm just like, where is she going? What part is this? And then she runs in, and they're showing Okabe and Mayuri and Daru in front of his computer, okay? They're showing them in front of the computer. You see his struggling face. You see him holding his arm like this, and you just slowly see him press the enter button, and you're just like, oh my god, no, it's this part. And then she's about to open the door, and she gets the text, and you're just like, oh my god, and she ran in. Okay, I wrote it down. On the English version, she runs in and she says, Okabe, you want to know how I feel. You should know by now. And it cuts off. So it's just like, you know. Okay, you don't know. But I'm assuming I'm assuming she was gonna say I love you, right? Okay. On this one, on episode 8, she says, Okabe, I feel the same. I love. So, I'm assuming these are the same. So, I went to go watch them with my detective skills. I've come down to is that scene. I rewatched it. I went back and rewatched episode. If you guys want to, it's episode 22. So if you remember, right before he presses the enter button, he delivers a speech for his comrades in arms. And as he's delivering his speech, he's holding the stitching that she did, you know, on his lab coat, like over here. And this is why on episode 8, you just see him like this, and it's because of that. When after he presses the enter button, he sees that everything's different, and he asks Mayuri who's member 004, and she's like, trick question. There is no 004. And that's when he like gawks at the stitching that it's gone, and he delivers his victory speech. And I love it because he's just like, he goes, behold, the way is clear, we're free. And I'm just like, oh my god, like right when he starts his little speech, I like start bawling. And then he goes back to saying, I, the mad scientist, you know, Hoyum Kyoma, you know, his fake name. And he goes on saying how he defeated CERN and the organization and all that. And then Mayuri says something. She says, you don't have to pretend anymore. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. She just wants him to be himself. And he's like confused, like, what do you mean? This is me, you know? And it's funny because on episode 8, he says that he only did that facade for Mayuri. He did it for her, no one else. Well, not for no one else, but mostly he started it for her. And it's just funny because we already knew that, but it's like I didn't at the same time. So when I was rewatching this episode and I hear her say that, I'm like, oh my god, it's like they intertwined the episode completely. Like, not completely, but it's like little things here and there. I was just like, oh my god. And it made me even more emotional, you guys. Like, I think I watched it twice or 3 times after episode 22. I mean, episode 8. Now I'm getting myself confused. But after I saw episode 8, I watched episode 22 like twice, and then I went back, I watched episode 8. And then I went back to episode 22. But yeah, and I just noticed like little things like that. But yeah. Okay, so that was my discussion. For Steins Gate episode 4 through 8. I know that's like a big gap, but I'll do it every week now. Yeah, I suck at that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I know I just talked the whole time, but I will be posting more. Hopefully I'll be able to do it every Wednesday. I know I'm a little late, it's Thursday, but I still got around to it. So hopefully the next episode we're expecting him to go back to his normal timeline. And in that timeline, let's not forget episode 7. It ended with Amadeus, I almost call her Makise, but it's not Makise. Amadeus calls Okabe and just tells him to save her. But Makise told him not to interact with her because that might start the time travel again. Which is kind of scary because then it's like, it's gonna happen either way, you know? But hopefully that's not gonna happen. But what I want to know is why they took her. Like, I can't figure out the motive behind it, because I understand why they wanted the girl, Kaguri, I hope I'm saying her name right. Because they probably have evidence that she's from the future. Maybe they're the ones who brainwashed her, you know. So there's that. But why Amadeus? But anyway, these are questions that hopefully will be answered on episode 9. So they ended with that. And do you think, no, I wonder if that phone call, like, I don't know if the phone call triggered his reading Steiner. Did it just happen? Like, is it, because, oh, there was that part where he was just walking with all his friends and then he sees himself laughing with them. That must be from another world line too. So it's like slowly maybe building up to, but man, so many questions. But so it might be that it's just building up, because there has been like little things that has been happening here and there. I was just thinking maybe CERN did something through the phone, but I think that's just my inner crazy coming out with the show. I miss Okabe saying stuff like that though. Like, the organization is onto us again. And they probably are, and he doesn't know it. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so that was the discussion for these 4 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry if I rambled on some other things. But yeah, please like and subscribe. And have a good week. Have a blessed day. And yeah, bye. Okay guys, so I was editing my video and I realized I totally skipped something. And I know I talked forever. So just bear with me. So, when she asked him, do you remember when we met? And she remembers when he runs up to her and tries to take her sweater off. But he remembers it differently. Like, he remembers when they were in the building. So that's when he says it just depends who perceives it. And that's when he says wait. And when he says that, it's like he starts, like, the little seed is inside his brain and it's gonna sprout any moment, and he's gonna realize what he has to do to save her. Okay? That's all I had to say. I forgot to say it earlier. But yeah, you guys. So, have a nice day. Bye!